Alright everyone, so today, I apologize in advance if I sound weird, I'm getting over a cold. So, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's going to happen with this tank today. As you can see, we still have a massive algae infestation. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my lights. This is a Higher light, and I'm going to go in and program this again and make the lighting a little less, just maybe trim a couple hours off of it. Because I've been manually turning it off and I'd rather just have the timer go off. But yeah, you can see this tank is a mess. So, what's gonna happen, and again, this is kind of a random video because I've been sick the past week and I didn't really have a lot of time to work on my other projects. So, I'm just gonna bring you just a little video of what's gonna happen here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset this I'm going to replace this preset heater with a different heater. More on that in another video. I want to go into why I don't like preset heaters too. But I'm going to replace that. Now it still works, so I'm going to take it upstairs and put it in my other 29 gallon. So because that one needs a new heater. So I'm just going to use that until I can take care of that issue. But yeah, as you can see, this is infested with algae. So this is going to be the first of many, probably, diaries on this tank, because what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of starting to, I mean, look at this. I just wiped this the other day and it's already a mess again. See if any quarries come up. But yeah, here, let's get to Shrimp City while I talk. That's more interesting to look at than all the algae. So what I'm going to do to that 29 gallon is I'm going to, like I said, replace the heater first. And my next course of action is, well, I'm going to reduce the lighting first. So reduce the lighting, and I'm going to change the heater, not necessarily to affect the algae or anything. That's just because the tank, it just needs a new heater now so I can get some things dealt with. And I'm just trying to replace all of my heaters away from the preset ones. So, okay, so yeah, now we're looking at Shrimp City. It's a little more interesting than the algae infestation right above it. So yeah, but that tank above it, the first thing I'm going to do is adjust the lighting. Then I'm going to get the heater situation fixed. That's not necessarily for the algae itself. That's just because I hate preset heaters. Like I said, I'll go into that in another video. I shouldn't say I hate them, but I'm not really a fan of them. So yeah, I'm trying to get all my tanks away from those. But the next thing I want to do to that tank is I'd like to add some Amano shrimp, because they're just so good at getting rid of algae. I just have to find them first. I've been having some trouble finding them. Every time I didn't plan on getting them, I'd see them at the fish stores, and now that I want them, I can't find them. So yeah. We're gonna get some Amano shrimp, and then I'm going to just be doing some more frequent water changes on it. Now I want to let everything settle. I like to use Father Fish's method of tanks. There's many ways to do tanks, that's just how I like to do it, but I still like to do water changes. But this is driving me crazy, so this needs to be taken care of. So I tore down a couple tanks, and they were just little nano tanks. And I'd like to put more focus on my other tanks to make them look nicer, because right now I haven't really attempted to make them look too nice. It's more just plopping stuff in there just to get the balance and everything. But I really want to try and aquascape some stuff and make it look really nice. So really get the algae under control and just really place things accordingly. These guys are so cute. I want to put some more of these in the tank as well. Now they don't clean up algae as well as other shrimp can, but they're just so pretty and they contrast the greens so well. And there's just way too many in this tank, so I gotta start moving them around. Oh no, we have one that got eaten there. Looks, I don't think that's a molt. I think that's an actual shrimp. I'm not 100% sure though. But the molts are usually not like that. They're usually more white. Okay, but that's not the point. So yeah, so this video is just, I just wanted to talk about some plans for this tank. We're gonna get this algae under control. Then I want to get the pleco that's upstairs moved into this tank, but I don't want to get him moved in just yet, because they're like, I call them the great poopers, because it'll just make the algae issue worse right now. So I'm not ready for that. He's still little, so he's fine in his temporary 5 gallon. But yeah, so this is going to be my work in project. This has been a work in project for the past couple months, but now I'm ready to really, really, really start hammering in on this and really get this under control. Because I'd like this to be one of the main tanks in my videos. More on that in another video too, but yeah, so I'm going to go in this week and I'm going to just scrape some of this algae off of the leaves gently. If I have to take things out, if they're not rooted in, I might do some hydrogen peroxide dips. Yeah, we're going to work on getting the algae cleared up out of here. Now, the tank itself, don't let this algae fool you. Just because a tank has a lot of algae, I know a lot of you already know this, I'm just throwing it out there. Just because a tank has a lot of algae doesn't mean it's dirty. In fact, the algae it's helping to save the tank from crashing. So, it's helping suck up all the excess. But yeah, so an algae-ridden tank is not dirty. It's not necessarily unhealthy. There are some cases where that is true, but it's not always the case. But that's besides the point. This tank, it's one of my healthiest tanks. Fish breed like crazy in here when I put them in here. This tank's doing great. I just need to get the algae under control because it's, I hate saying it, but it's kind of ugly. So now the black beard algae has significantly decreased already. So that's a good sign. But we got to get rid of hair algae. Is the bane of my existence. Hair algae is a nightmare to get rid of. So you're always picking at it. But yeah. So we're going to work on prettifying this tank. So if you want to watch this tank start to look pretty instead of this tremendously messy atrocity that is not aesthetically appealing at all, follow along and you'll watch this tank clear up. And again, this tank is not unhealthy. It's very balanced. Well, it's not balanced as the algae says, but it's healthy. It just needs a better balance going on. We need to get the microfauna really taken off and get the algae and the lighting under control. Get these higher order plants growing to outcompete the algae. And I do a lot of terrestrial plants. So I have a lot of propagations. Oh, there's some food up here. Oh yeah, I need to reduce the feeding a little bit too. But yeah, anyways, back on this. I do a lot of terrestrial plants, and I have a lot of propagations that are growing out in water. So I moved this guy down into this tank, and I moved these down into this tank. So I'm hoping they too will help with the nitrate situation and help outcompete the algae. So the breakdown of this is, let's go to the shrimp again to look because it's more interesting than that mess. So the breakdown of that tank up there is 1, I need to reduce the lighting. 2, I need to reduce the feeding. 3, I added some semi-aquatic terrestrial plants to help outcompete the algae with higher order plants. Like, I want to add more higher order aquatic plants in it too to outcompete the algae. And 3, I'd like to get some shrimp to help. And yeah, that's pretty much the game plan right now. So again, I apologize that this was kind of just a simple video this week, but the last week has been pretty crazy, so I didn't really get a chance to work on any of the other projects, but I have more stuff coming, and I hope to see you next week. And I appreciate all of you watching my videos. Thank you so much. If this helped in any way, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and I would love to see you next week. If you have any input in the comments on how you like to get rid of algae, please share them below. Maybe we can add that into this battle method for this tank. So yeah, I'd love to hear your techniques below, and I will see you next week. Look at that guy falling down. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.